I'm Dr. Kate King, and this is Dr. Georgia Knudsen from Canberra Cat Vet. As professionals, we advocate for the health, mental and physical of our patients. If people are not aware of the impact of keeping their cats completely indoors and don't provide for that, we see everything from bladder disease, huge anxiety. The list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
A lot of cats end up getting euthanized because of their abnormal behaviour. That's why I was saying at the beginning we're advocates for mental health for cats.
The biggest killer of cats at the moment is nothing medical, it's behavioural. In Victoria they did a survey of animal owners and 43% of people kept their cats indoors. Most of them didn't provide adequate environmental enrichment, so that causes a lot of welfare issues for us. And I do cat behaviour consults here, so I see the impact of that. So we see behavioural issues such as aggression, inappropriate urination, inappropriate scratching, OCD-like behaviours, over-grooming, and it also goes into medical as well. So we see urinary tract problems. A blocked male cat from stress can die within 48 hours and it's excruciatingly painful. So that would be a horrendous way to go. Vomiting, gastrointestinal problems, maybe increased risk of pancreatitis. I don't know, we don't really know, but I think that we're finding that anxiety in cats is really causing a lot of issues.
So there's 3 prongs to that. Environmental enrichment, which we can talk about in a moment. Having the least number of cats in your house possible. One is ideal. Cats really do not like living with other cats, and living with another cat is a huge source of anxiety. And 3, providing some sort of outdoor experience. So you've spoken to Tom, so the outdoor enclosures are a really good way to go. So environmental enrichment has got a whole lot of aspects to it. So it's making sure that if there are more than one cat in the household, that all their resources are separate. So their food is separate, their water is separate, their litter trays are separate. You've got adequate number of litter trays. A lot of cats live in apartments, so that makes it quite difficult if there's more than one cat. Providing lots of places that a cat can hide and be and just watch what's going on is really important. So if people put perches next to a window where they can see out. One of our nurses' cats loves to sit and watch David Attenborough, so that's another. There are whole YouTube videos for cats.
There's iPad apps where they can swipe.
Yeah. So lots of things to stimulate. Their
I have a fish tank for mine. Yeah.
So.
It's hard when I do my behaviour consults. It's actually more about training the owner and getting the owner to understand how cats think, because they don't think like we do. They don't think like dogs do or any of our other companion animals. And they've evolved to live with us in a completely different way. So first of all, it's managing that expectation, and then it's talking about how cats think and how they perceive the world. And what makes them anxious, because a lot of people come and go, no, my cat isn't anxious, and then you start talking about it and you talk to them about what makes cats anxious, and they go, oh yeah, okay, I see it now. I see that the fact that I have 3 indoor-only cats and that they're very territorial and that they like to mark their territory and that they don't like to eat together, or they don't like to, they're introverts, so they like to have time apart. So then they start to understand. So really it's very much, first of all, training the owner, and then looking exactly what cats need. What do they get when they free roam? What do they get out in the wild? They do hunt, so stimulating hunting. They do climb up trees and hide under bushes, so providing that for them. They do like to mark their territory. So how are we going to allow them to mark their territory without tearing up the house or weeing everywhere? They don't like to use litter boxes in the wild. That's really unnatural for them. And certainly litter box management is a huge one. So many people say, oh, I clean it out once a month. Wow, that's like not flushing your toilet for a month. They're really clean animals.
So when we feed Annie, we hide food in that. She's got to fish food out of here. She's got to try and get food out of there. So we're trying to mimic her hunting behaviour. It not only keeps her occupied for a short while and slows down the amount that she eats, it gives her mental stimulation. Then she has a variety of perches around the place. She also has another room that's hers out the back that she can go to when she wants, and she only toilets out there, even though we've provided a toilet here. It's way too public. So she also has a lot of staff to play with her. She has such a huge variety of places she can go and just watch and not be noticed, and that means a lot to a cat.